Hello everyone, my name's Omnisy, and welcome to the Smite Proficiency series, where we take one god and show you a little bit more on how to play them, their intricacies, their combos, etc. Today we're playing Ares, and we're playing with two hunters because they both want to play hunter, and neither one of them are willing to give up ground. So, Ares is the support who's not a support. He doesn't have very much peels, he has a lot of damage, he's more of a bruiser than anything. He's the magical bruiser. So what we're going to be doing is showing you a bit of that. We're playing against two physicals and one magical. The magical has damage late game, not very much early. Fenrir has a lot of damage early and then not so much late, and Serket is a bit more of late without much early, but still a little bit early. So what we're going to do, because there's two physicals, one magical, and everything else in the game is physical, we're going to get tier 2 steel mail, and then we're going to go into mystical mail after that. The thing with Ares is that he gets 30 magical power for every item he gets that has an aura. An aura is anything that is an area effect around you, basically. Mystical Mail's an example of one of them, 40 damage per second around a certain area around you, stuff like that. Actually, I think I played with this Neath before too. I played with this Medusa, she was not very good. I don't know if the Poseidon video came up, but if it did, it's the Medusa that won 1 and 9. So, you know, there's that. It's that person. And I don't know if I played with this Neath before. I may have, like, 2 games ago. We'll see, though. We'll see how it works out. It could work out very well. We're going to build tanky, but with damage. And see how that works out. The problem is we don't really have any clear. So it's going to take a long time. And they're probably going to get to the wave before us. We might have to go back around and then through the tower to the wave. Which would be unfortunate, but yeah, we're going to have to do that. We don't want to get caught out. Medusa's actually recalling, which is going to make her miss an entire wave, most likely. And let's see. Freya went boots too. Not the optimal build, but it's not a terrible build. We don't see Fenrir yet. We want to watch out for Fenrir because he can grab us and pull us out of position, which would be super dangerous. There he is. And we got enough regen. That's why I bought those pots, by the way, because he was going to do that eventually. We have enough pots to heal us. Okay, so he has... That's actually... I don't know if... Bluestone's good. I don't know if that I would do that. And Serket has full boots, which is fine. Ares does counter Serket if he can chain her before she puts his combo on her. Ooh. That's a good whoop. We want basically all of our damage is right here. We can do it, and then if we hit it, we can do it again within 2 seconds, and then if we hit that one, we can do it one more time within 2 seconds for free. So we want to be able to hit that and do our damage and then chain them. And of course, our chains cripple them, or flame them after that. These look like they're Smurfs. Alright. Okay, so we got one of them. I thought I was going to have to chain, that's why I did it. But it's not much of a loss because we're probably not going to fight again within 4 seconds, so don't worry about that. They are very low. I don't think they can fight. Saw that coming. Although I don't think it was optimal to... I thought that hit. That looked like it hit, but I haven't played Ares in a while, so that's fine. It was a misplay. Going to recall, we're going to get mystical mail. That's going to be very, very, very helpful. And then we're going to get boots 1 because we want to get boots. After that, we want beads. We do want blink because that's Ares' bread and butter, but we do not want to get ulted by Fenrir. So we are going to get beads to be able to get out of that. Beads gets rid of any CC. It's a cleanse, and while it's up, it also makes you immune to it. So that's what we want to focus on. Yeah, once Fenrir saw me, he backed off. Now that we have Mystical Mail, we have effective damage. It's on an item, so it's not power or anything, but it's on an item, and it's very useful. And our 2 reduces damage effectively to the people that are near us, but it's not that useful. They're both going to get pulled guaranteed. Use our chains on both of them. And then we do that. Alright, so that's an easy kill. Ares is very, very good early, and then if he falls behind, he's terrible, but if he gets ahead, he's good the entire game as far as damage. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we get ahead, which we've already done, and stay ahead, which we are doing now. We're basically pushing them out, forcing them to lose XP. They're level 445, we're 756, so we're staying ahead, and that is very, very good. We're going to get Blink 1. It is a very, very high cooldown, but the thing with Blink is it's just so good for like a one-shot that we need it. You see, Serket now has beads, so when we pull her, she's not going to get pulled. She's going to use that, and we're not going to be able to actually get her. But we will be able to get her beads so that she can't use it on something else. So it's still worth it to ult her, although you want to ult her when you're also ulting someone else. So you want to grab 2 or more people, essentially, is what you want now. And he straight up missed, so we didn't even have to use our beads. That's fantastic. Our ult's up in 20, that's when we really want to go aggressive. But we don't have to go aggressive. We can go aggressive before that, we don't have to wait. But we do want to be careful because magical damage is a real threat until we get magic protection. So we just want to be careful of that. I missed that. I messed that up, that was just a straight up miss. We could have killed him if I hit that, so I did drop a kill technically. But we'll be alright, I think. Remember, we can ult now. We can teleport to the arrow and ult, but we want to make sure we get 2 people, minimum. We got 2 of them. Freya's going to get pulled. Serket is not. We are going to be able to kill them pretty easily. By the way, the flames, they have 2 different types of damage. They have regular damage per tick, and they also have percentage of health. So right now, per tick, it also does... Ah, nice. Okay. It does extra damage. It does 2% damage per tick, which is really good. It's very, very good. Okay, so we're going to want to get magical protection next. I'm thinking probably Heartward. Yeah, we're going to get Heartward next. Actually, there might be a better item to get. We might get Voidstone instead, depending on how much damage Freya is doing. We'll decide in a little bit. We'll just see how much she's really threatening us. But they're playing really, really scared. And so we're just going to go and we're going to do this buff right here, assuming it's up. It is up. So we're going to clear that. Hopefully Medusa comes with us. Thank you, Medusa. You're a real pal. I'm going to take that. We can do... You can do this. Do this buff. Mystical Mail will chain them here. And you can have this buff. There you go. That'll give your auto attacks more damage. Our blink is not up because it has such a high cooldown, but our ult is, so we can walk up to them on ult should we need to do that. And I completely, just utterly messed that up. Actually, I think I'm lagging a little bit. I'll have to check in a second. But you want to sidestep most of her damage if you can. And getting our chains maxed right now is more... It's better. Because we're going to get that damage out more. You would argue that, oh, well, the ult gives you more damage overall. It goes from 200 to 275. But that goes from 85 to 105. And it's more ticks. So we get 105 per tick now, which is better damage. Ooh, nice backflip, Neath. He's not chasing you, but it was a good idea to blind beads. I mean, to just be safe, but it would be better to just look instead. This Freya had beads. Okay, so when they grew up, I'm going to teleport in between them and then ult. Like that. Now we have both of them. I'm going to pull them. We're going to do our damage to her. Just going to put us in the air for some reason. We're going to run up to them. Do a bunch of damage. We can tank the Phoenix for 1 or 2 shots. Not that many right now. But we're going to go back. We're going to finish off this item. And we're going to have a little bit of gold left, but not that much. Not enough to do anything really. So then what we're going to do now is we're going to go up the left side of the map and do as many buffs as we can. So I'm just going to tell them that I'm not there with them right now. Looks like they're not getting chased, so that's good. And we can kill this. It's a little bit slower because we are a guardian still. But we are able to kill it. We can go and... Actually, I was going to say we can do this red buff, but it looks like Neith is in a fight, so we're going to help her out. Oops, I messed up that last one. And she's basically gone. There's no way I can catch up to her. Fender is dead too, though. So now we're going to go and do the left red buff, which will give us more magical damage, and that'll help a lot. We're gonna let Medusa get that wave. Oh, she's not actually stacking, but we're gonna let her get that soul XP, get her farmed up a little bit. She's almost, she has almost as much as XP as me. Okay, so we're gonna level her up now. Normally I wouldn't, but we might get that burst on them, so it'll be nice to have a little bit of extra damage. It'd be nice if they saw me doing this, they tried to stop me. Yeah, there she is. She tried to stop me. Good try. And so, I mean, he can get us, but we're just gonna come out of it. And then we're gonna stay next to him so that our mystical mail ticks on him and hit him for the last auto attack. And that's how you do it. So we could go, they're all three dead, we could go clear the wave, but we're already really far ahead, so we're just gonna clear the wave, go back, and you can also click on this. All these items, if you buy them, they'll give Ares more power through his passive. We want damage, so we're gonna want this eventually, but we're not gonna want it right now. What we do want is, I think, sovereignty. That's going to give everyone some magical protection, so it's gonna make them better against Freya. And it's gonna make them, like, they're gonna be able to take more damage from Freya, specifically, only Freya. But Freya does do a lot of damage, but it's also gonna give us a lot of health. It's gonna give us 30 more magic power, and yeah, that's about it. It's just really, it's a really good item. If you're in Conquest and you're a support, you're going to get sovereignty no matter what. It's very important to get it. It might be notable to mention that... Okay, am I lagging? I'm not. I just missed that. Weird. I'm missing a couple chains today. It's kind of unfortunate. Hit all three of them. Didn't get any of them, but we forced Freya to use her ult. And we killed her. Killed him too. But what we did there, just assume we didn't kill them, because most times we wouldn't. We forced their ults, so they're not going to have their ults for later. And we're going to do a lot of damage to them. So that's kind of the goal there. We could force the Phoenix, but we'd have to do a lot of damage to it. And this is kind of early game. It's only 11 minutes in. Normally you're just getting rid of the tower now. So we're just going to take this. We're going to let Medusa have it, or Neith if she wants it. She's dead. We might die here. We might. It really depends. My beads are still down. Yeah, we're not dead. Okay. Good job, Neith. Good job. Proud of you. I lagged a little bit there, which made me miss my abilities a little bit, which is unfortunate, but, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. So we're going to get this. It's going to give us more power. It's going to give us cooldown reductions. It's going to give us life steal. It's going to keep us alive. After that, we are going to get probably this, if the game lasts that long. We're going to get Heartward Amulet. It's going to give us magical power, magical protection, and power, because it's an aura. It's going to give everyone else physical protection, which is Fenrir and Serket. But I do want to mention that unless you're really fed and you're really greedy, you don't really want to do this build, because it's really greedy and you can die fairly easily using this. That bubble you see around Serket, that is this item right here. And so when that bubbles up, basically the next CC, aka my ult, won't work on her. But if I hit all three, it's worth regardless. And we're just going to force it. We can tank the Phoenix. We're not going to be able to kill her. But we can kill the Phoenix now. We killed the other two people. We are tanky enough to tank the Phoenix because we have 2 defensive items for physical, this one and this one. So it lets us tank the Phoenix, not as much as you normally would if you were building full defense, but a decent amount. As you can see right here, we have a decent amount of physical defense. Not like it's not even close to capped. Like it would be kind of close if you were full tank, but it is useful. We can actually. Oh, I messed that up. I believe the range of that actually got nerfed. Did the range of Blink get nerfed? I can't remember. He's gonna die. I mean Fenrir. Oh no, don't body block me. No, they haven't. I mean, unless you're talking about someone that doesn't matter. We're not going to catch him. So we're just going to go back. Actually, we're going to take red buff. I don't know why Medusa's trying to... Oh, did she get him? No, she didn't. Normally I would let Medusa have the buff, but right now we're doing more damage than she is. So we're just going to... We're going to grab that buff. Grab that buff a little bit. At the end, I will show you what I think is a better Ares build if you're going support. So just so I don't completely recommend a build that is super greedy or something. Okay, we got godlike. That's 13 kills, by the way, without dying. Force their beads / magi's. And so they have to go back to the base now. There's nothing they can do. I don't really want to force anything yet. We're still only level 16. Titan could take a bit of pounding. Still, because we're such a low level. We probably could end it, but it would be a slight risk, and we don't really have to take that risk, so we're not going to. The only time we get pressure on us is once we hit level 20. Then they start catching up. Until then, they don't. So we don't have to worry about it. So we can just force everything. So we're gonna use our flames. It's very important, by the way. The chains can damage the minions, but it's very important to keep it up because that's your main source of damage. That's what you're gonna be doing to kill people. So if they jump out at you and you don't have your chains up, you might die. Also, I just missed that chain because I didn't think she was going to juke that way. It's a good play, but now she's dead anyways. I'm not going to use my beads there because I don't have to. And so now we can kill the Phoenix guaranteed. I mean Titan. Q can kill the Titan guaranteed. And there we go. So that's how you guys play Ares. It's fairly simple. If you hit your chains, you're good. Remember, you can use it again in between 2 seconds. If you hit it, up to 3 times you can use it before it goes on cooldown. And your flames also do percentage damage and make you immune to knockups. Your 2 is useful late game, sort of, but it's by far your least useful ability, and you don't really want to level it until you have to. Alright, so now that we have that done, we're going to go to Gods, we're going to go to Ares, which is here, and we'll go to God Builder. So if you're playing support, and this is for any mode other than ranked 1v1, because you're not playing support in 1v1, what you want to do right now, as the time I'm making this, is you want to go, first off, if you're in Conquest, you want to build this, and then you want to go pots. You want to go a couple health pots and a couple of these pots, which is a mix between mana and health. You don't want to do mana because you're not going to need as much, because this is the wrong one. You want this one, Watcher's Gift, because Watcher's Gift will give you mana. And so this is your starting build, and you also want to get an active. You can either get tier 1 of this, Creeping Curse, or something like Blink to be very aggressive. But since Blink is nerfed, you probably want to go with Creeping Curse. After that, you're going to want to go defensive. First, you want boots. The boots you want depend. If you've already got kills by the time, like if you got 1 or 2 kills before you get to the end of the fight, like if you got like 2 kills already and you don't even have boots, you're going to want to go Shoes of the Magic. It gives you penetration and a lot of magical power. If you have like 1 kill, you're kind of staying ahead, and you're staying ahead in farm, but you're not super far ahead, you might want to go Shoes of Focus. It gives you more cooldown reduction, you're going to get your abilities off more often, and it's going to give you mana, which makes you, you're going to be able to stay out longer and help the team. If you're not, you're in Conquest, and this is only if you're in Conquest, you're going to want Traveler's Shoes. It gives you extra gold, or extra movement speed while you're out of combat, and 25 HP 5. So 25 health per 5 seconds when you're out of combat. It also gives you 30 gold every time you hit a god with an ability. It's super useful. After that, you're going to want to get, and we got this in the game actually, Sovereignty. And this is for most supports, by the way. This is a build that you want for most supports. You want to get Sovereignty because it's one of the best times in the game. After that, you're going to want to get the magical equivalent of that. That's Heartward Amulet. After that, it changes, and as the meta changes, you're going to want different items, but right now, as the meta persists, it is Mail of Renewal. After you get a kill, which is very good on Ares, you get 15% of your maximum health and mana back, so you're going to be regenning a lot. So if you're in a fight, you're going to kill someone, you get your health back up. It's going to make it hard for the people that are left against you to kill you. Also, you get cooldown reduction, more abilities, and you get 40 protections. After that, it's pretty much whatever you need. If you need more magical defense, get more magical defense. If you need more physical defense, get more physical defense. If you want to get damage and you're greedy, like me, you're going to get damage. You're going to get something like Pythagorean's Piece, something like that, some penetration. You never know. But that's what you want to do with Ares. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I apologize for the video being so long. But I felt like that was all important information for you guys. So, there you go, and I will see all of you in the next episode. See ya!